Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope that you're doing fine with here today. Now, the hurricane that really happened in the United States, it's something which is devastating, and it happened, and a number of people died: children, elder people, wealth, poor people, most of people, right? And now it turns out that most of the places which were affected were white areas, right? And then this black sister comes out and says that people deserve to die in hurricane because of racism. And the all of TikTok was like, "Damn, what are you saying?" Like everyone was trying to ask this question because she got a lot of people pissed for saying this, you know. And these are natural calamities. Some of us believe that God usually spoke through the natural calamities. And while to some people, this is just a crap, this is something that really didn't happen, because some people are saying that even the children were involved in this hurricane. People have lost their lives. Innocent people have lost their lives in these hurricanes. So how come, if this is God's punishment to people who are racist, are children racist? That's the question, right? So I just want to know what you think about this video, even before jumping right into it. So let's dive right into the video. Then I'll be back with my commentary, trying to tell you what I think about this. Until then, let's watch the video.
Last night I was thinking this. I was looking up these places, right, that this Hurricane Helena hit. Majority of them are like places that we not there. That's not for us. This is a white party only. Didn't you know this? Right? Type situation. And even though it's tragic, people are losing their houses, businesses, everything, right? It's kind of weird that the places that the hurricane was supposed to hit really hard, it didn't hit really hard, and the places that were like in the middle of nowhere are just being leveled to a point of non-existence, right? And it's like, why is it that? Why is it that these towns that are not diverse at all getting destroyed, and the cities that are diverse are getting flooding, but not too bad, right? Make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. But also as well, they say that the hurricane is the spirit of a black woman that were necessarily enough thrown over the boats during slavery. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You tell me. Because to me, what it looks like is karma. It might be karma. It might be. Or it's just a happy coincidence that these sundown towns got devastated by this hurricane. I don't know. You tell me. Like, share, comment.
Did y'all hear about them sundown towns that just got swept away in the hurricane? Well, I bet y'all didn't know. Oh, you did? Okay, good. I bet y'all didn't know that just days prior to them getting swept away in the hurricane, which, by the way, only the sundown towns got affected as badly as we see it on our timelines. Yeah, but just days prior to that, guess what? On Telegram, right? Apparently, there's a group. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they just got caught by Homeland Security and the FBI. Now, apparently, word on the street is allegedly they've been planning to do incite a race war here in America. The plan was to incite a global race war. Baby, it's people from all over the globe in that group, in that Telegram group. Look it up. It's here on TikTok. They got a video about it as well. Apparently, word on the street is that they was teaching each other how to make them kablooies, the big kablooies, so that the ones that got pipes in them. They was teaching each other how to do that, how to do them acts of, I can't say it because of community guidelines, but use your imagination. It goes in a box and you package it up and you leave it. Okay, it may come with a detonator. They was teaching each other how to do that. They was giving each other advice on how to fulfill these tasks. And basically, it was all due to the election. It was going to start kicking off around the election. As you could tell, we're close to the election. So for 30 days, things were supposed to kick off here, there, everywhere. They all plan to do it globally. and they was just caught by Homeland Security. Now, how is it that y'all was just caught by Homeland Security, and then like literally days later after you're caught by Homeland Security, all of a sudden 3 hurricanes sweep through, and the only thing that gets taken out is them sundown towns? Baby, God is trying to tell you something. Let go of that hate from your heart, because it is driving you into the deepest, darkest pits of hell. We not even worried about y'all like this. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Baby, I know y'all hate to lose. Y'all really do hate to lose. Oh my God. Like, who does shit like this? Who that y'all? They was gonna start here in America, and it was gonna become a global thing. It was just gonna be stuff happening globally. And all of it starting with America and then just going everywhere to every other country. There's people from literally every country you could think of in that group. And they are pissed that the colored folks is waking up and we on our shit, we on our grind, we doing what the fuck we gotta do. They pissed right now. They don't want to see no black woman in that office. So they was ready to, insurrection Armageddon style. Yeah. God trying to tell y'all something. Maybe y'all should listen. Okay, so Asheville isn't a sundown town, so I apologize about that. Pray for Asheville, okay? Because they going through it right now. Do you hear me? However, a lot of those sundown towns did get directly impacted. I apologize because I was under a different video yesterday and this morning, and they was like, nah, it's a sundown town. I'm not from North Carolina. However, when I did say that Asheville looked like it was a lot of black people there, so I don't understand how it's a sundown town, baby, they was chewing me up in that comments. They was like, no, it's a sundown town. No, it's a sundown town. So I apologize about that. Asheville is not a sundown town. Hold your mule, okay? But those other sundown towns, baby, they got fucked up. Again, it was in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. And a lot of the sundown towns that are, they call coastal towns or like colony towns. Y'all remember the 13 colonies up north? Those towns are supposed to emulate the same exact structure as the colony towns up north. Those towns, and if you ever work in insurance and initial loss reporting, those are called the coastal towns. They sit along the coastal line, and you have to have a special kind of flood insurance and wildfire insurance, because again, Smokey the Bear, they're in the mountains, the Appalachia. And special kind of like wildfire insurance, and like they have to have like a special FEMA insurance. If you live in one of those towns, more than likely it's a sundown town. I'm not gonna hold you. More than likely it's a sundown town. Why? Because it sit on the edge, the border of where like the slave trade took place. You may not know what it is, but I know they said that Asheville isn't. A lot of people are saying, no, it's not. No, it's not. So, yeah. But those are the towns that got the worst affected. Mind you, it was supposed to hit Florida, but it went through the whole Gullah Geechee, bitch. It went through the whole Gullah Geechee territory, okay? The whole Sulani. Through all that area. So, yeah. Again, God's timing is always right. I'm not saying they deserved it, but God is always on time. You know what I mean?
To find out there was a Telegram group that was set up so they could have an international war among the races. They're thinking about us more we're ever thinking about them. They were trying to set up situations to cause mass casualties in communities of color because they see that a black woman is about to become the president of the United States of America. Just like when I said in my other video is that a lot of those sundown towns were affected way more than the surrounding areas are. People want to jump my DMs and say, oh, you're heartless. You're not thinking about those people. What about the dead that passed away? No, people got karma coming their way because they've been doing a lot of things historically and currently towards people of color. And the ancestor says enough is enough, because y'all was about to go do some casualty acts that was going to hurt people that had nothing to do with you, that weren't thinking about you, that weren't trying to hurt you, that weren't trying to do anything towards you, but you're thinking about them all the time, trying to find ways of hurting them. And we're supposed to be empathetic or sorry for you because your whole white town got washed away, your sundown town got washed away? No, we will never feel sorry for that. That's crazy. Y'all get so mad, y'all take my video and put it on Twitter and then try to find my Instagram to go talk to me in my DMs talking about, oh, this, and that, this. No. Let's keep it 100. A lot of y'all have hidden animosity and biases and hatred towards a lot of people of color. You know what I'm saying? And y'all be doing things on the low, but y'all want to act like as if y'all, oh, that's not me, that's not you. No, that's you. That's who you is. That's who you always been. That's how you been raised. Your mediocrity is being showcased on the grand stage of America, that a mediocre white man can't be a black woman that is completely qualified to do the position that he is not even close to being able to do so. Like, share, and comment.
A simple Google search would have sufficed. I wish I had that video. I cannot find the video. The anchor, this is from The Guardian, and there's several other sources that also had the source. Now, they were supposed to start this weekend. It was supposed to be a whole month of isolated incidences inside of the U.S. And then after the election, and if Kamala won, then it was supposed to circulate in several different places globally. Again, the anchor that made the original video that I watched, I went back and researched it myself. I'm like, damn, she right. Now, the members that were caught were not from those coastal states. However, it was supposed to start along those coastal lines. And it was supposed to go on for 30 days leading up to the election. And if Kamala Harris won, they were supposed to continue doing it globally. Read it and motherfucking weep. Y'all know better than to call me a liar. Again, I know for a fact that these people that were picked up were caught and from these states. However, in the indictment and in the information, they were supposed to start along those coastal lines. A simple Google search. Now, when this article was written, obviously they did not provide those key contact details because in journalism, on TV, they tend to have more details about what's really going on behind the scenes than the details they add in the articles themselves. Again, I've seen approximately 3 videos about this where they're saying the exact same thing. They had people in Turkey as well that was ready to make some shit shake. So again, I'm not making it political. The country you live in views your life and everything attached to it as nothing more than a political coin. Be so motherfucking for real.
Now, I don't know, but I just really want to know because we have people that are really people who are pissed about this information that the hurricane was people who deserve to die because of racism or because of what they did. I don't know what this really entails, but logically, most definitely, I would really want to know what you think about this because I'm really confused. Because our perspective as Africans, normally, this is how we saw things. We saw to things that whenever things got wrong, or whenever things were happening, there are some natural calamities that used to happen. For example, drought, too much rain, the plants dying, animal diseases, and there are some rituals which were to be done to take out these problems, right? And now, for an African perspective, or a person who has been in an African society, I could arguably say that it is for the same reason that the sister was trying to say, or something which is related to that, or there is an atrocity that was done. And I think it's so convenient that this is happening to a white-dominated area, right? So it turns out that it's convenient to say that it is because of maybe some atrocities. Might not be racism, but something which is connected to racism, something which is connected to something wrong that happened, right? So I think to some point she could arguably considered right, but leaving the African context of thinking with the natural calamities happening in our environment, I'm trying to give two perspectives so that we don't just see her as a person who has as a person who is so inhuman, because some people see her as somebody who is inhuman, and some people are calling her to be an hypocrite, because how will you talk about God and this the same thing which is killing people's children? This is the same thing which is killing innocent people, right? So we have some people who are trying to push these by this something which is happening, and people are pissed off, right? So also the thing that I want to do is logically this is just something which is happening now, leaving the African belief context. Now scientifically, the hurricanes doesn't or are not tied to any racist people or any racist place. These are just natural calamities that occur, and they could occur in any place, right? And we have different type of hurricanes, right? We have different types of hurricanes. You can name them. We have Helen hurricane, like that. I mean, there's so many that they happen, and they can happen in different places, and we have seasons that they happen. So most definitely, this is something that scientifically it happens during given seasons, and people know that some hurricanes are yet to happen, and they need to relocate, they need to find places, they need to evacuate the place and go to other places, right? So people are really pissed off with what this sister said about this video, and I want to just share with you what people said, because people are really pissed. Now listen, as someone who lives in big hurricane area and has seen my children home absolutely decimated by the floods, the old town I was born and raised mostly leveled to the ground, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. To see my whole community from wealthy to poor people mourning to loss of their homes, pets, loved ones, and everything they've worked for hard for is not a joke, and nothing that everyone deserves, especially for the supposed sins of their ancestors. The people saying this are sick and clearly have never experienced such devastation in their lives. I've never had anyone who has lived through and lost things to a hurricane say some evil shit like this. Do better. Somebody also said that the most infuriating thing is to me is when someone will spout out racism, hate, then talk about God. They do not see the hypocrisy, right? Somebody say that if I use this logic, was Hurricane Katrina black people's karma for some cardinal sin, or was it just a natural disaster? Yeah, I think that's a true part of the story, and I think I tried to explain when the video was trying to begin. I tried to explain the part. So somebody said, "Wow, so evil. As a white woman, I will never say this about a tragedy. I'm so freaking done with the crap. This is the reason comic artist Scott Adams said what he said about staying away. We are all freaking tired of it." I can see the hate here. I now didn't just hear the hurricane was the spirit of enslaved black women. Wow. The hurricane was the spirit of black woman who was thrown over the boards during slavery. Bruh, I lost so many brain cells just from that one sentence. I mean, we have myths and folklores. Some might be true, some might not be true. Depends on what you believe in. But I believe that everything that somebody says, we need to look at them critically, because we have some people that have their folklores, their beliefs, their myths, and everything which happens in the society. And so do we, some of us Africans back at the motherland. These are things that we grew and we find them because we are being told that when it reaches this point, don't go to the river, don't go to the lake, spirits are always outside, right? And such kind of things that really happens to people. So somebody also said that disturbing level of sin. I had no idea that hurricanes are formulated because of a woman was thrown off the slave ship. Thank God the scientist is here to educate us all. Somebody said that this is disgusting. Why is humanity? Far humanity has fallen where people are celebrating death and destruction. Let go of that edge in your heart. The fact that woman thinks she is morally upstanding is the part that sucks the most. The audacity of that second woman to speak such evil on behalf of God. I'm heartbroken for our country. Whoever says anything hateful like this, I hope you never experience a tragedy like this one. You most certainly deserve karma for saying this. It is very diverse here in New York. Children, elderly, and disabled died. Shows your true racism. Shame on you. Somebody said, how disgusting is this that we are at this point where young people are so radicalized that they don't even value human life anymore. Some people say, she says, let go of your hate while spewing hate. This is prime example of what no education gets you. Somebody said liberals are low-key encouraging divisiveness and work extremely hard to keep racism alive. I'm a 49 years old white male and I had to Google Sundown Town to see what it was. I'm very sorry, Leon. You can see the disgust and embarrassment on his face. These people are disgusting. The black man will never be a leader as long as he's focused on being a victim. It's time to move on. I don't know what you think about that. People from the black community, it's so devastating because we are at a standstill because we have to choose between humanity and choose what we think like is karma to us, right? Because we are being called out for believing that this is something that the enslavers, the ancestors of enslavers did. So the punishment that they are receiving is a result of what their ancestors did. But this is not right because it is inhuman, right? I want to know what you think about this video. This is your presenter, Jindox Stories, and if you're watching this video for the first time, I'll most definitely want to ask you to subscribe to the channel, join the membership, and check what this channel can offer you. And until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute.